Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Talking Book channel. Today, I'm going to talk to you about this beautiful book that I've just read, which is called as The Roman Stories by Jhumpa Lahiri. So, if you are a bookaholic, you would have definitely come across this wonderful author. And if you're not, please get to know her. She is a beautiful writer. I mean, a wonderful writer. So this is the first book of her that I've picked, and I definitely feel that why I didn't know about her earlier, why I didn't pick her books earlier. So now I'm planning to buy more books of hers. And she is a British American author born to Indian parents who got migrated to London from Calcutta, India. So many of her works and stories are based on the sufferings or the things that immigrants face being in another country. And also, she describes how the people in that country treat them and how they feel about these immigrants. I think I also forgot to mention that she is the winner of the Pulitzer Prize for her work called The Interpreter of Melodies. So she initially has written this book in Italian language, which she then translated to English along with another person called Todd Potnowitz. I think I'm pronouncing the name right. I don't know. So, well, this book is a collection of short stories which also talks about immigrants, but not only that, it is a collection of stories that will, those stories will be etched in your mind, like well written, such that you can't get off those stories so soon as you read. The book is divided into three parts. The first part is it consists of four stories, out of which the peace parties is a very big one, but all of the four are wonderful. Just I don't have words to explain how how much I love these stories in this book. And part two is about it is also a collection of short stories under one title called The Steps. Steps is nothing but this is the most favorite part of this book for me. The Steps is a public place where there'll be around 126 steps, and the stories will be of the people who climb it up and down, and about their life. So I really loved this part of the book so much. And the third part, yes, it was equally good, well written, but I definitely go for part one and part two. If you ask me that whether will this book take me to Rome, yes, of course it will take you to Rome, but in a different perspective. They basically say that that place is worst as well as it's the best. So we can see how people love that place so much, and also we can feel how they feel when they go away from Rome, how much they miss that city. We can also sense the beauty of this city and also the worst part of it, both, like both sides of the coin. So from this book, we can learn some good words of Italian language. So I've learned few things like signora, ciao, buonasera, and even some good English words because she is good at English. I think she's a professor of English and director of creative writing at Barnard College, Columbia University. So definitely we would get a good piece of literature knowledge when we read this book. I definitely liked many parts, I mean, many things in this book, and I want to read the special lines that I love the most. He'll think with a certain melancholy when he watches the water clamber up the shore that every effort and even every pleasure in life, every goal that's reached and achieved, every recollection lasts only for an instant, just like the water that throws itself onto the beach, leaving a spontaneous imprint whose wavering contours, like the line drawn by a heart monitor, are never quite the same. This is beautiful, right? So while reading this book, I also googled a lot to see if what my understanding is right. I want to compare it with the understanding of others. So thankfully it matched. I also learned a lot about this author and also started to watch this movie called Namesake, which is from her novel called The Namesake. I guess in all her stories and books, we can see a little part of her. real story is involved in the characters. Also, my point is that when this author describes something, she also lets her to imagine our own vision of the particular thing. For example, if she describes a man or a woman, she describes the color of the dress they wear, etc. But still, she'll give a little space where we can also imagine our own image, our own imagination as that man or the woman. Do you understand what I trying to say? Like we all of us will have our own imagination when we read her writing. So this is something very special about this author, I felt. So overall, if you want to know about Rome, if you want to know about the immigrants and their struggles, and even if you want to just go somewhere out of your place, then you can pick this book and read. Oh, yeah, I also forgot to mention that the well lit house, a story from this book, it really hurted me a lot. It is, I can't say if it is a sad ending. Of course, it is a sad ending, but still, um, that story got into my heart so much that I was I was feeling for the person a lot, the character, and his family. But overall, all these stories in this book are beautifully scripted and it will definitely be in your mind forever. So go and pick this book, read, and let me know how you felt. Roman Stories by Jhumpa Lahiri. I'll meet you with another good book. Till then, bye from the Talking Book.